What up, baby? It's your boy, the ATX Tuner, back with another video. And today, we back in OBS today. I'm still trying to figure this out. Y'all make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. I gotta get that out the way because I will not say that for the rest of the video if I don't. But today, I wanted to kind of cover the silent assassin, Michael Jeff Hardy Hawkins Jr. Longest name in the world, longest nickname in the world. I get it. But we're gonna go through exactly why I call him that. And yeah, just kind of get into a little deep dive of Mike Hawkins, man. So first things first, we got Mike Hawkins starting against oh my goodness, Kent State. Not worried about nothing, honestly. I feel like that's a game where we need to establish the run for our running backs more than anything. That way we can build some confidence going into this Texas week. And then of course, John Mateer, he's gonna be questionable, but we're gonna play. We're gonna play the injury report game with Texas. Okay, we're gonna let Texas prepare for two quarterbacks. Y'all don't know which one is gonna start because we don't know which one is gonna start. But just a hint, I feel like John Mateer is gonna try to make it for that game. Trust me, he came here. He's dying to play in that game. So if there's anything I've heard and seen from John Mateer, the dude's your dog, the dude's your animal, and he's tough as alligator skin. Okay, so we're gonna see if he's gonna make it back. But until then, Michael Jeff Hardy Hawkins Jr. is our quarterback, our QB1. And honestly, I'm 100% confident in the man. Like I said before, I don't think that Mike Hawkins is going to be the guy for the year. Like, I don't think that he's prepared to be QB1 going forward. But I will say that give him the rest of the year with this playbook, learning this playbook, getting that guidance from John Mateer, and obviously Ben Arbuckle. He's going to go into next year hitting the ground running as our QB1. And from that point, I'm expecting Heisman hopeful. I'm expecting great play from him. The schedule is going to be a lot more manageable than it is even today, even though we're looking pretty good. But let me make myself small real quick. I want to show y'all what I'm looking at real quick, all right? So, as you can see, I don't know if you can see that or not. Let me make it bigger. All right, so move out the way. So Mike Hawkins, right? So he played in 7 games last year, but he really only started 4 of those games. The other games were blowouts, giving him those times. Or I want to say the Tennessee game. Did he start the Tennessee game yeah, he started the Tennessee game because I want to say before that week, that's when Jackson Arnold got benched going into that week. So let's look at the stats, man. So as you can see right here, and mind you, this is a true freshman quarterback, all right, who literally true freshman quarterback, okay, with no offensive line and wide receiver 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are out for the year. Now, we don't know that they're out for the year at the time. We're still hopeful. We still got our hopes up that, hey, they're going to return. They're going to be able to, help the team out here. But it never happened for us. But look at this, right? So this is something that people have a red flag on right here. The 4 games that he did start, or hell, out of all 7 games he played, he only threw 3 touchdowns and he threw 2 interceptions with 1 rushing touchdown. Again, I can't say it enough. The dude did not have an offensive coordinator, to be honest. And then on top of that, he just didn't have an offense to lean on when it comes to this at all. But regardless, he went into Tennessee went 11 for 18. 1 touchdown, no interceptions. All right. And then on top of that, where's his rushing yards? There we go. 12 attempts, 22 yards. Now, I don't remember. It was last year. I don't remember how good that defense was. But I do know that our offensive line was not good enough. So a lot of this could have to do with sacks. And I'm pretty sure that's exactly what the case was with this one. Now, next game, we're like, okay. And dang, I want to say Tennessee is the game that Jackson Arnold got benched. I want to say that that's the game he got benched because we could have won this game, but Jackson Arnold literally gave Tennessee the ball back twice, once in the red zone and once on our side of the field. I want to say it was terrible quarterback play. Again, I always have faith in Jackson Arnold. I have faith that Jackson Arnold was going to get it correct, but when you don't have an offensive coordinator or a reliable quarterback coach or a offensive line, or you don't even have any wide receivers to throw to, you're kind of set up for failure. So I do feel bad for Jackson Arnold when it came to that. But this is what the young freshman did. He came in 61%, 132 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. And he had us with our hopes high that we got our new QB1. All right. And I still feel that he should have finished the whole year as QB1. I understand that during the South Carolina game he got benched because he threw like 2 interceptions. Yeah, he threw 2 interceptions that game back to back, and then he fumbled once. I also want to say, but anyways, we'll get to that. Next in line, we got Auburn. Went into Auburn. Okay, we had all the hope with Mike Hawkins. He did prove to us, even though in a loss to Tennessee, that he was capable of being QB1. So obviously, look at that: 10 for 15, 161 yards. He has 69 yards on the ground. No touchdowns in the air, no interceptions in the air, and a rushing touchdown. And we'll go through the highlights as well. I do want to see. I want to visually see this as well. So we'll get to that. Texas game. Man, Texas game was just Texas was out of our league. Like that team that we put on the field last year with the injuries, we literally were not good last year. And 3-34 shows you that we were not good last year. But despite having no offensive line, no targets to throw to, a running back game that can't get it established really until the Alabama game late last year. He went 19 for 30, right? 63%. No touchdowns, nothing like that. Okay, that's a red flag. We do want to see that production. We want to see those points be put on the board. But we are going against a very good Texas defense, a very good Texas team. I want to say they had like 11 draft picks that year. So last year. So again, we want to see better. We always want to see better. And then South Carolina happened. First 3 drives of the game, 3 turnovers, all 3 of them made by Michael Jeff Hardy Hawkins Jr. Did not look good. Obviously, look, 5 attempts. You throw the ball 5 times, you only complete it 3 times, and the other 2 are you really 100% completion. You got 3 completions and then 2 interceptions. You got your 100% completion. 1 rush, negative 15 yards. We were trash last year. That dang, you could really feel the difference with not having an offensive line. And then just fast forwarding to this year, looking at how great our offensive line is at Pass Pro, he's going to be able to be comfortable. All right. Now, those are the 4 games that he started. Oh, actually, no, I'm sorry. He didn't start the Tennessee game. He started the Navy game. Nothing good to me. I mean, this was like the first time that we actually had over 240 yards passing, I want to say. Hell, maybe even over 200 yards passing the whole year. So this might be the first time, but we had that 1-point loss to a Navy team. All right, that was very much so embarrassing. But the dude still went for 2 touchdowns, 61 yards on the ground, 247 yards in the air. He showed us that this dude, with the right pieces around him, Remind you, he did not have that in his game, but he showed you the potential. He showed you that you can be confident in this kid if you put the right pieces around him and get him a good coaching staff here that can actually teach him how to read defense, how to read coverage, how to read the right, how to make the right decisions. In the game. And that's exactly what you're getting with Ben Arbuckle. That's exactly what you're getting when you have a fully healthy offensive line, a fully healthy receiving core that's even getting healthier. So I'm expecting big things from Mike Hawkins this week against obviously Kent State, as you should. I'm expecting at least 2 to 3 100-yard rushers against this team. I want to see that. That's something that needs to be established. But let's it sounds like an excuse, and obviously all the Oklahoma fans, we're here. We understand what we went through last year. But for those people that are tuning in that didn't really see, didn't watch the games, didn't care to even, pretty much everybody who thinks that we're sitting here making excuses, I want to show you this, all right? And shout out Chad P. Smith, all right, on Twitter. Make no mistake, OU's real issue wasn't a player or coach. It was coaches. It was injuries. And that's 100% correct. I want to look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, when we say that we were down, and this isn't wide receiver 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. No, this is wide receiver 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I say it every time. Take anybody from any team, whether you're little league, middle school, high school, college, NFL, it don't matter. Take your top 5 receivers away and you're going to see a difference. Your quarterback is going to be having to, you're going to have to make magic happen. And you can make magic happen when you have time to make magic happen. But let's look at this. O-line, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 5 O-linemen, right, that play at one time. Okay? 4 of our 5 offensive linemen. And these, just like the wide receivers, are starters. Okay? Are gone. Are gone for and inconsistent all year when it came to that offensive line. Out of 13 games that we played last year, we had 10 different offensive lines starting, setup, whatever you want to call it. That's not good, guys. Okay? And it definitely reflected when it came to our win-loss record and the way we looked on that field. But let's go to some more positive things. Let's go to some reasons why I'm ecstatic to have Jackson Arnold. Ecstatic to have Mike Hawkins as our quarterback. All right. Now, he took over for Jackson Arnold here. Obviously, as you can see, we're down 22-3. Check this out. Now, I don't know if this is the play. I want to say this is the play. Let me cut this down. So, people question, right? Rewind that. People question, what's the difference between Mike Hawkins and John Mateer? My answer to that question is 2 to 3 years of experience. That's the difference. Anything Jackson or anything, why do I keep saying Jackson? Anything John Mateer can do, Mike Hawkins can do. Okay? And what better offensive coordinator, what better quarterback to learn from than who you have set up for this guy right now? It's amazing. It's great. This is what you're getting from Mike Hawkins. Okay, if you don't know how, if we're down and out, look at this. It's the fourth quarter. 22-3. It's the fourth quarter. Most people give up at this point. And as you can see, 3 points, we gave up at this point. But we had one man willing to put his body on the line, knowing damn well that we're not coming back winning this game. But this man puts his body on the line, gets one in there. All right. That's what you want to see from your future quarterback, from your QB1. And that's exactly what we're going to see from this man going forward. Now, let's get into why I call him Michael, the longest nickname in the world, Michael Jeff Hardy Hawkins Jr. Okay? 25-9. 1 minute and 25 seconds left in the game. No chance of us coming back. No chance of us taking a dub. This is the type of quarterback you want on your team right here. Check this out. Oh, not there. Not there. Let me get out of here. Front flip into the end zone. Jeff Hardy, swanton bomb, touchdown. Let's go. It makes me hype seeing that, man. 3rd and goal. We finna see Michael, Jeff, Hardy, Hawkins. Michael, Jeff, Hardy, Hawkins. And that's our QB1 for this week, man. And possibly next week. And I'm not mad at that, okay? Now let's go into another one. This is against Auburn. He won us this game. Again, you see these wide receivers right here? They're not starters. Actually, is that Deion Burks? I don't know. Deion Burks might have been healthy this game. I don't know. But regardless, this is the 5th game of the year. The 5th game of the year. That's our first time seeing this offensive lineup right here. When it comes, the offensive line. That's our first time seeing this lineup. But you want a question? I'm sorry, I keep pausing it. I gotta get this out. Is he a runner? You're damn right he's a runner. He might be better. He's a better runner than John Mateers is, I would say. But don't think he's one-dimensional, all right? Because you're going to get this from the man as well. Deep ball, on the money, put it there, boom. Wide receiver 10. Imagine what he's going to do with our wide receiving core that we have right now. And then Jaden Gibson, one of the Gibson twins, coming back healthy, making our wide receiver core even more dangerous than it already is. Mike, Jeff Hardy, Hawkins Jr. can put it in the air as well. All right, so don't get me wrong. Oh, and you thought we were finished. 22-21. 4th quarter, 4 minutes left to go in the game. Okay, let's see what this man does. Okay, I am going to hold on. I'm sorry. Oh, you thought I was going that way? No. 96. Where are you? What are you doing? I'm not over there anymore. I'm going this way. Okay? And guess what? I'm not only doing that. I'm putting my life on the line. I'm putting my life on the line for this team. Okay? That's what we need. And that's our quarterback of the future, y'all. That's what we got to look forward to for the next 1 to 2 years at Oklahoma in the Crimson and Cream. I don't care. We don't need to hit the transfer portal no more. We might need a backup in there, but I don't even think we need that because we got good recruiting as well in the Crimson and Cream. But that's what you want to see from your QB1. You want to see him put his body on the line. You want to see him put his life on the line to get you a game. And hold on. That's not even a touchdown. That's not even a touchdown. We're just trying to get up by 3. Man, I'll tell you what. I have nothing but respect for this kid. Okay? He had it hard. There was no chance of him being successful with the offense that we put on the field last year. But this man still put his body on the line. Michael Jeff Hardy Hawkins Jr. still put his body on the line and let you know, I got us. If don't nobody else around here got us, I got us. Let's keep it going, man. I'm loving this, bro. Now, before I get into this, one thing I said, which I definitely I need to take back when it comes to this, is when Mike Hawkins, his first and second read aren't there, he's running. I said that a couple videos ago. I lied. I'm sorry. I apologize. And Mike Jeff Hardy Hawkins Jr., I apologize to you for disrespecting you that way. You're not Jackson Arnold. Nah, because you're going to make something happen. When all of your receivers are covered, when all of your... Could you get the ball out right there? You probably could, but I think this man could probably beat him to it. You know? You're still rolling out. It's okay. And they're not rushing. They're rushing 3. They're rushing 3 because they know that you're dangerous. Okay? They got like 3 QB spies damn near against you. Okay? And this is Navy. All right? Which we did lose this game. We already discussed that. But look. Okay. Not there. Not there. Not there. I have nothing right now. But let me keep creating. Let me give my receivers, receiver 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, let me give them the ability to get open by using my legs and keeping my eyes down the field. Okay, this looks very John Mateer-esque, if you ask me. But not only that, I'm going to throw a dime. I'm going to throw a dime to my 10th receiver on the roster. No disrespect, by the way. I'm just being honest. We were down to all of our receivers. And make something happen, okay? 14-0. We should have won this game. Very disappointing. We fell off after this. You got to be honest about that. But that just goes to show you what the man can do with no offensive coordinator. And I want to say literally no offensive coordinator against Navy. I don't even know if I think we had just hired Ben Arbuckle, got rid of our offensive coordinator a couple weeks before that. You're literally playing with no offense. I think Joe John Finley, a tight ends coach, a very good one at that, took over for our offense this game. Hell, I think for like half the year, I want to say. But making things happen out of nowhere, out of nothing. Very John Mateer-esque, if you ask me. And John Mateer is leading the league. He's the number one Heisman hopeful right now in the nation. Okay, and that's who I'm comparing this kid to, because that's what he looks like when he's on fire, when he's on one, when he has guidance. Okay, and guess what he's gonna look like against Kent State. And watching these make me I want to see him against Texas, but let's just save it for next year. Okay, John Mateer, if you can be 100%, let's be 100% against Texas so we could beat their ass. All right, now another one, right? Okay. Sorry, I keep pausing it. He's not having to learn too much of a different offense with this Ben Arbuckle. As you can see, all of the plays that I've already watched outside of that rollout, where he had to make things happen, I don't think that's in Ben Arbuckle's offense, but it could be. We just might not have seen it yet. But QB draw, or you might even want to call this a QB blast. You never know. Or QB zone. I don't see anybody lead blocking, so it's probably a QB blast or a QB draw. But regardless, okay, you're turning into a running back. Some of the stuff John Mateer does beautifully. What are you going to do? Man. Spin move. He playing bop it with these boys. Get down. Be healthy. Stay healthy. First down. Now, not a large sample size from this man. Okay? We've got to see him we got to see him 7 games. 3 of the games were just like, well, one of them was Tennessee, where he actually had to, perform pretty good against a good Tennessee team last year. He had 4 starts. Iffy, the stats don't give him any credit. All right. But whenever you go back to that injury report, when you go back and you see this right here, and you sit there and wonder, Mike Hawkins isn't that good. I want you to come back and look at this. Okay? I want you to come back and look at this. That way that you can make your mind up, put some respect on this man, and give him the kudos he deserves. All right? Now, Oklahoma's not going to miss a step with Mike Hawkins at quarterback 1. So, I don't give a damn if John Mateer is out for the next 2-3 weeks. Will that hurt his Heisman odds? You're damn right it'll hurt his Heisman odds. But Mike Hawkins is capable of winning games with this Oklahoma team that we have. Is the defense better than it was last year? You damn right it's better. But guess what? The offense is a lot better too. The offense is a lot more capable than it's ever been. Well, okay, I ain't going to say than it's ever been, but it's a lot more capable than it was last year, okay? We're healthy. We actually have an offensive coordinator that knows how to scheme guys open. For some reason, the only person we knew how to scheme open last year was a tight end, but we know how to do that too still. And guess what? We're making our tight end 1, who was a linebacker for the last 3 years, look like he's going to be the number one tight end coming out of the NFL or coming out of college this year. All right. Probably won't happen because he only has 1 year of experience, but it is what it is. I'm just being honest. He's leading the league in receiving when it comes to tight ends, I want to say. But that's all I got for y'all, man. Y'all make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Let me make myself big real quick because I want to talk to y'all. Oh, what am I doing? Sorry. Okay, here we go. Boom. There I go. All right. Y'all make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If y'all are liking this whole OBS stuff, like I said, I'm still learning how to do it. I haven't perfected it at all in any way, shape, or form. But I do like being able to show you guys what I'm seeing on my end. This also gives me the opportunity to react to some highlights, which I wasn't able to do before. But now that I kind of got this figured out a little bit, hopefully we can make the content a little better. It just gives me a little another weapon in the content game. All right, but that's all I got for y'all, and y'all know exactly why we need to trust our silent assassin, Michael Jeff Hardy Hawkins Jr., the man with the longest nickname in the world, but one that makes sense. It's cause it's in our DNA. Bye. Bye.